I recently ordered the Hobonichi Techo 2022 planner. It actually ships from Japan, and I'm so grateful to have found this planner system because it seems very similar to Bullet Journal, but actually has the layouts and spreads already there. Everything's already dated. I got it in the Cousin size, which is A5, which is the same as my previous bullet journals. So pretty much, and then including the cover, it's a little bit bigger, but the actual size is A5, so it's not much bigger than a standard bullet journal. And I have the plain cover in black. It's blue in the middle, and it's got pockets, which is really nice to hold everything, we might need to hold. And also pen holders, which is nice. It came with this little spoon charm that you can kind of do anything with, but I'm just leaving it here. This comes with the 2022 model specifically. And I love this little insert. It's in Japanese, and unfortunately I cannot read Japanese, but it's still very cute. Essentially showing the different things you can use the planner for and the different sizes and where you can get more information from the planner. But I particularly love this. In the corner, have a Neanderthal year. Like, this whole company is so cute. They make lots of themes like Inuyasha and the Mother, also known as the Earthbound series of themes, stuff like that. It's a really fun company, and I love that they include like cute little extras like this. They're very thoughtful. I also bought some double stick tape because I plan on pretty much using this a little bit like a junk journal, putting in maybe cute little affirmation cards or other things and using this double stick tape to stick it to it. So this is the beginning. Again, Hobonichi Cousin. I'm thinking about using this page. I wrote it upside down, but this page for affirmations. So the first thing when I open up the planner, I'll see my various affirmations for the year. I like to write one affirmation per month, and I'll put it at the beginning. The next page is a yearly calendar. I plan on having a key over this panel here for a mood tracker. So every day I would come and dot a different color for each day, and then it'll be like a year in pixels. Let's see what my mood was like for the most of this year. And then next we have a yearly calendar breakdown here. So we have all of the months and then all of the days for each month. This is perfect for a daily habit tracker. So you can write 10 different habits on this top line here, and then just mark them out for each day. What did you do for that day? And if you wanted, you could even use the bottom to tally up. So if you're tracking something like how many times do I exercise a month, or how many times do I drink a strong, nourishing infusion, you can kind of keep all of those. So tracking my exercise plans, my herbalism studies, doing digital art, doing work on the YouTube, kind of, again, have that all in a beautiful visual layout for the year. Very easy to holistically see how the entire year kind of goes as far as habits. And here I've added a pencil cover, and I will have links to Etsy for where I got my pencil cover, and also where I've got my tabs at the top and at the sides. So I already added these myself, and I'll have links on where to get that. These pencil boards are definitely recommended to go with the planner because it has this beautiful paper, which is very good, particularly for fountain pens. So some gorgeous paper, but one thing is if you're writing with a ballpoint pen or with a pencil, it will kind of keep the crease of the pencil on the other page, like not bleed through, but you can actually see kind of the creases of where you wrote something down. And having the pencil board behind it prevents that from happening. And they also work as handy bookmarks. So anyways, this is the monthly calendar view. So I was thinking this could be perfect as a gratitude log, maybe the things I'm particularly grateful for the month around the margins here, and also great as a naturalist calendar. So many herbalists recommend keeping a calendar of anything you notice at your sit spot or going outside and connecting with nature. What kind of flowers did you notice blooming? What state did you see them in? What was the weather like on that day? Any kind of thing like that you would put in a naturalist calendar. So I'm planning on using this monthly view for that purpose as well. Like I went outside and okay, I saw the dandelion shoots start to grow up and little things like that. Again, to have that quick view of what's going on in nature and in the seasons for the year. And so I've got that tapped out on top. And next, those are all of our months. And next we have our weekly view. So this is beautiful. And again, if you're bullet journaling, you're having to write and make all of these dates, all of these lines, all of these calendar setups yourself. So that's why I love the Hobonichi. It has a month view, but you can choose whether you want to use it or not. So you can get this planner and say, oh, I don't even need this month view. I can skip it. So it still has that flexibility, but it also takes away some of the time-consuming struggle of dating and calendaring everything yourself in a bullet journal. I love that this is the entire year and it's already filled out as far as dates go, but still very flexible for how you want to use it. So in this weekly view, we see all the dates of our week, all equally sized, and they have all the time of day. So you could kind of be imaginative in this blank space here. For me, I would like to use this as a daily tarot log. So I'd put the tarot card of the day up at the top, and then use the first half of it as my interpretation of what I believe the tarot card will mean, and then the bottom half of what actually happened. You know, how accurate was my reading? What kind of reflects back to the tarot reading? And again, we start to have a quick kind of flip through way of seeing that for the rest of the year. So I'm incredibly excited to see what this will look like when it's all filled out. And next, we actually are starting our daily pages. So at the beginning of every month, there's a completely blank page for that month. Perfect, in my opinion, to put in a monthly tarot reading. What was the tarot card for this month? And what was my interpretation of that? And then, you know, what called back to the tarot reading for the month. And then every other page here is just this empty daily blank page, which is beautiful. Again, they're all already dated. I just decided to add tabs to mine so they're a little easier to navigate, but actually they're all color coded in the side as well. So this is open. This is free space. Again, for your bullet journaling, be creative. Maybe put in a sketch here if you want to do a sketch every day. I know this paper can hold watercolor, although I've heard it becomes crinkled. Some people like that. Perfect place to, again, maybe tape in ticket stubs for that day if you went somewhere. Keep kind of the memory of that day. I plan on using it mainly for a meditation journal. So typically after meditating, you might get some insights or some wisdom, or you just want to journal about your experience. So I could put that in the day, or if I'm doing a certain ritual or a certain spell, some magic, I could journal about that as well. But it's also for any kind of ideas or inspiration that might hit me during the day. And it could be kind of like a scrapbook. You know, it could be perfect spot for an affirmation down here. It's open. It's just whatever you feel like capturing for that day, which is perfect because honestly, I just tend to have a lot of random shower thoughts and things I wish I could write down, and this is the perfect spot for that. And I also got this from the company itself, which is, well, technically I got it from Jet Pens, but it's made by Hobonichi, and it's the A5 size Animal Crossing pencil board. And it's got a cute little ruler on the side. It says today, so it's easy to find or mark out. So I love that. It's super cute. So that's the whole section for all the days. And you probably noticed, again, because it's a Japanese planner, These quotes on the bottom are Japanese. They do make an English version, but it was A6 size, much smaller. So I wanted to stick with the Cousin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put washi tape over this bottom and cover that up. And I found that a 30mm washi tape covers it up perfectly. So going to the very back, we have essentially some blank pages. So starting here, this is our last day, and the rest, these are just some blank pages, empty pages. If you're, again, familiar with the bullet journaling method, I would use these pages as collections. So these are random lists that you think might be handy to have. I thought it'd be handy to have a to watch collection. So I'd write on this page to watch, and anything during 2022 that everybody's like, oh, Dominique, remember to watch this movie, or you've got to check out this show or this podcast, I'm going to put it down in this page. But they're free, so use them however you'd like. And then the back, again, some Japanese pages. They've got a timetable, which I'm probably just not going to use. And they have graph paper. This page is really nice. It's favorites. So I'm going to use each 4 lines for my favorite music or podcast of that month, my favorite book, my favorite game, and my favorite show. So now for each month of the year, I've got a quick, easy reference of my favorites for that year. And behind it, we have another nice page, which is my 100. So this could be 100 anything that you want to capture during the year. Your 100 favorite places you visited, or the favorite snacks that you tried, or the favorite recipes that you tried. For me, I'm going to use it for my medicine making and or crafting. So if I make a smoke bundle, or if I make a syrup or something like that for the year, I'm going to capture all of those here. Again, it would just be nice to look back at the end of the year and see how much I was able to create. And now the final pages are all in Japanese, so they're very helpful if you could read Japanese. I know there's a lot of great information, so I wish we had this in English, because this is actually seasonal information for Japan here. And again, ideas on how to use the planner, how to fill your days. These ones are stretches to do when waking up and when going to sleep. These are snacks and treats around the world. And this page I completely do not know because there's no illustrations. A gift log, if you want to record gifts or plan out your gift giving. I may or may not use that. This table is very interesting, could definitely become in handy. Essentially, if you want a quick reference on how old something is. So if you've got something and you saw that it was made in 1957, it's 65 years old. Pretty nice, handy reference chart. And we've also got a conversion chart here as well, which could be helpful. Addresses, nice to have that as a paper listing and not just on your phone in case you were to lose it. And your personal contact information and information on Hobonichi, their socials, things like that, and their stamp of authenticity. And that is the whole planner. Like I said, I'll have links if you want to know where I got these tabs and where I got these pencil boards. I am incredibly excited. It seems just as creative and in a way open-ended as the bullet journal, but also saves me the hassle of having to write down the dates and make my own calendars and things like that. So I love it. I am incredibly happy that I heard about this, and I hope that it's inspiring to everyone watching, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for your time, and blessed be.